How many of you ever heard the book Winning Through Intimidation? About 4 people, okay? So Robert Ringer, this book changed my life, so pay attention to this one concept. He said he had these theories, and he remained broke until he figured out these theories. But he had something called the leapfrog theory of success. What's it called? The leapfrog theory of success. Because if you're going to learn one thing from me, this is it. And it says, you have no moral obligation to work your way through the ranks. At any given time, you can choose and decide to leap to the top of your market and claim it. Now, he goes on to say, but if you don't deliver, you're going to get stumbled down. But it started making me think, I'm young, that was my limitation. I'm old, that's my limitation. I'm female, that's my limitation. I'm inexperienced, you're going to have enough limitations for the rest of your life. So what you could do is say, screw that, I'm going to leap to the top and I'm going to just pop out of all of them. Why? Because where's all the competition, everybody? Working their way up the ladder. All the competition is down here. And I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to make the money that, what's that dude's name who's in the red? Was it Wart? All these speakers, I'll be like them when I get there. No, I'm just going to jump into that arena where they're at and claim it because no one's ever going to give you permission. I tell a funny story. My 2 kids, they were always late because we're on O'Keefe time. 7 kids, sorry, whatever, not sorry. We're always late to the Catholic school, right? And the ladies out there with the little yellow things giving the late slips. But at the end of the first quarter, my daughter had 13 late slips. My son had 1. They went into the building at the same time. So finally I was like, Mike, what are you doing? He's like, I just run right past her. But this is the bigger thing. He didn't need her permission. My other child was looking for permission. Think about that. When I work with high-level teams, we immediately got to remove permission. We're not looking for anyone's permission. Parents always, what are we seated? I don't even give a rat's. Give me the list of who we're playing. I'm going to scout them. We're going to go beat them. Period. Oh, they're number 1 team in Texas. Great. We beat Texas teams all the time. Right? Yeah, but they do this. That's great. We serve teams off the court all the time. I'm not looking for permission. But then again, I'm like, wow, Ed, you're 49. There's still things I look for permission for. You want to know what the fastest way to leapfrog into anything is? What, Ed? Number 1, you find a model. You're on the last day here. I've been the last day at a lot of conferences. A little stress, anxiety, a little overwhelm starts kicking in. My list is really long. I start thinking, gosh, what am I going to do first? What am I going to do second? How are we going to do this? I got all this crap at home I got to deal with, blah, blah. Maybe I'll get to my list. By Wednesday, priority number 3, 4, 5, 6 are already getting pushed down to page 3. Am I sort of accurate? Have I been to a few of these things? I know this from personal experience. You need a model. Pick one. Out of all these Pillman members, just pick one that you want to vibe more on in the next 90 days, right? Just pick, okay, cool. I like it. One of the young ladies back there who's one of the Mastermind members, she's not there anymore, but I was talking to her back there. She's like, you know what I realized? She's like, I don't want to spend the amount of money and do all that stuff that everyone's doing. I get all my clients from referrals. And I just want to go deeper into the referrals. I'm like, great. So then you grow your celebrity branding around what you want to build out, and you just, so think about this. And I know I got to talk faster. From a marketing growth perspective, if we step back, like me and you were sitting there, we're looking at your budget, and you're like, I got $100,000 a month to spend, or I got $50,000 a month to spend, or 20, whatever it might be, it doesn't really matter. And you're like, but I don't really like the clients I'm getting from this source of traffic. Are you tracking me a little bit? Because it could be Google, it could be I'm kind of agnostic on it. And you're like, and she said, I love getting my referrals from all my professional partners. And I was like, all right, cool. Then, well, why don't you look at your budget and then just quadruple down, take 80% of that budget and just stick it in making it impossible for your referral partners to not think about you every single month or every week. This is the only person we feel, oh my gosh, they do this. Oh my gosh. Now, I would be willing to bet that if I came and hung out with you and we had like a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or whatever it might be or whatever at your country club or whatever you're doing with your kids, I would be willing to bet that the person you spend a lot of time with or the people you talk with have no idea like what you really do and how you really impact people. And you're like, no, but they've known me for 20 years. I'm like, yeah. You stick an interview up in there, oh my God almighty, they're going to come. Or you start doing video, or you do YouTube, or you do anything that syndicates a little bit of your antenna of what's possible, they're going to come and they're going to just be like, I didn't even know you did that. Oh my gosh, I got to send you my cousin. I got to send you this person. Oh my gosh, I decided to hit somebody today in the car just to see if they would call you. Hey, that's kind of psychotic. Don't do that. Sorry, okay, delete that part. I'm going to be getting sued. Oh, you can't tell people how to hit people in a room full of attorneys. It's pretty bad. Number 2, you got the model. Here's a question. What's the question about you're not really in a fight until somebody gets first hit, punched or whatever, punched in the face? When Ken brought up the lone wolf thing, the thing about the lone wolf thing is that the lone wolf thing is real. You got rugged individuals, and you got people that, like, what got you to this level could have been rugged individualism or just pure alphaism and just getting stuff done. But on Wednesday, when something hits the fan, if you're not plugged into a network or a crew or a mastermind, I'm just letting you right now know, it's the number one thing my kids tell them. You got to have a mentor, and you got to have a mastermind, and you got to have a model, period. End of discussion. I need to be able to have those helpline phone calls. Because I'm telling you, if the people in your world are not growing around you, how are you going to grow? I'm just going to brute force it. No, you're not. Don't lie to yourself. That's not how growth works. Right? We go to a tournament, and all of a sudden we're not playing well because the speed's faster. That's our fault. Why? Because we didn't put ourselves in an environment against teams like that prior to getting into the room. I cannot become better unless I'm already in the room with people that are better than me, and they're forging me to become better. I had a great, Jay Henderson is one of the best guys you'll ever meet. Jay's, Ed, I got an extra ticket to the game last night. It was awesome. Who was at the hockey game last night? Anybody? Wasn't that sick? I haven't been to a hockey game in 20 years. I'm like texting my wife. I'm like, we're going to a hockey game. Ah, that was awesome. But it's just so funny. Jay Henderson, I hired him years ago to speak at a conference that I was running, and we kind of agreed. We're like, okay, he's like, Ed, you're like me, but you're on like the marketing and messaging side, and we had so much fun. Being around someone like him who's doing things with different people doing big things, I had light bulbs going off all night. We had probably one of the most exciting, encouraging things to do. And that only happens when you're surrounding yourself with better people and they're forging you.